Welcome to the Paleozoic era, a time when life was not just bubbling, but literally exploded with new forms. This is an era of great discoveries, great forests, and great catastrophes. Let's take it all in order. The Cambrian period, from 541 to 485 million years ago. At the beginning of the Paleozoic, the Cambrian explosion occurred, not to be confused with the Cambrian explosion. Life in the oceans has become dramatically more complicated. Trilobites appeared, creatures similar to ancient crabs with hard shells. The first worms, mollusks, and other marine life appeared. Algae and corals developed rapidly. The oceans began to look much more alive. Whole forests of algae, flocks of creatures hunting, the struggle for survival. And most importantly, the first real fish appeared, still without jaws, more like strange, slimy creatures. But that was just the first step. Ordovician, from 485 to 444 million years ago. The second major event of the era. In the Ordovician, life in the seas continued to flourish. The fish became more diverse and more active. Many of them have acquired protective shells. But the most interesting thing is that plants appeared for the first time, which began to explore the land. Small, low, without roots or leaves, more like mosses, but it was the beginning of the great migration of life to land. By the end of the Ordovician, the first major mass extinction occurred, when many marine species disappeared. The reason? A severe cold snap and a drop in ocean levels are likely. Silurian, 444 to 419 million years ago. The third major event of the era. In Siluria, life began to recover. The fish got real jaws. Now it was possible not just to filter the water, but to catch prey. Plants on land have become stronger. They have roots and vessels for water. And the first animals followed them to land. They were simple arthropods, similar to spiders and scorpions. Freshwater reservoirs also began to develop. Fish appeared that could live not only in salt water. Devon, from 419 to 359 million years ago. The fourth main event. Devon is called the Age of Pisces because Pisces simply ruled the world at that time. Sharks, bony fish, and the first fish with claw-like fins appeared. It is from such fish that amphibians will later arise. In Devon, the first creatures came out of the water onto dry land. The first amphibians resembled giant salamanders and could breathe air. The rapid development of plants began on land. Real trees and the first forests appeared. The world was getting greener. Carboniferous, 359 to 299 million years ago. The fifth major event of the era. Carboniferous is the era of huge swampy forests, giant ferns, ancient horsetails, ancient plants, plants as tall as a multi-story building. It was then that the coal seams were formed, which we are still mining. That is, coal is compressed and petrified forests of Carboniferous. At this time, insect life flourished. Huge dragonflies with a wingspan of almost a meter and giant centipedes appeared. And reptiles are the first creatures capable of laying eggs on land. It is reptiles that will become the progenitors of all future dinosaurs, birds, and mammals. The Permian period, from 299 to 252 million years ago. The sixth major event of the era. Perm is the last act of the Paleozoic drama. Reptiles evolved, occupying different niches. The ancestors of mammals appeared, small, nimble creatures with rudiments of wool. The land was covered with large forests, and the climate gradually became drier and hotter. But at the end of the Permian period, the largest environmental disaster in the history of the Earth occurred. The Great Permian Extinction. About 90% of all animal and plant species have disappeared. The oceans have become impoverished. The forests have disappeared. Many ecosystems collapsed. The reasons are completely unknown. Perhaps it was volcanoes, perhaps climate change or a meteorite fall. But it was this extinction that paved the way for a new era, the reign of dinosaurs in the Mesozoic. The last era was Proterozoic. In short, multicellular organisms emerged from unicellular organisms and began to evolve further to jellyfish and many other early living organisms. And the Paleozoic came. The results of the Paleozoic. The Paleozoic era was a time of tremendous change. Life moved from the ocean to land. Forests appeared. Fish have evolved into many forms. The first amphibians and reptiles mastered the land. And all this led to a world that would become an arena for future dinosaurs. The Paleozoic is the foundation of complex life on the planet. Thanks for watching. Ahead is the Mesozoic era, the age of giants. Don't miss the new video.